Greetings, fellow humans. My name is Flailbot, and welcome to episode 6 of New World, New Problems. We are going to address our primary problem here, which are these lizard men. They don't like us because they're prejudiced. It says so right there on the relations menu. So, we are going to go over here and we're going to introduce them to our Lord and Savior, Bullets, and we're going to see how that works out. I don't know how well it's going to work out because they have some really hefty units. Everything we've got here is like tier 1, tier 2, maybe with the exception of swashbucklers who are pretty fancy. We'll find out. I should have gotten adventurers at best so that my other army, who was also full of Sartosan pirates and swashbucklers, would have gotten that sweet bonus, but you know what? Live and learn for next time. So we're going to push up there and we're going to fight Ozdemodi as soon as we get around to it. Unai is finally getting around to circumnavigating the globe, at least the known globe, and when he's done with that, well, good news. Let's see, we're going to head over here and we're going to get some raiding on, because heck, why not? I like that sweet, sweet -3 public order. And we're going to invest all of our massive piles of cash. I don't know why we have so much money, but who cares? We're going to invest all these massive piles of cash into making more money. For now, we will indeed keep this building, the recruitment building. Probably going to let it melt away when we get the big thing. I'm not going to upgrade it because I don't expect it to be useful. You know what we can check now? I know this all fascinates you all just as much as it did me. This thing. These guys are now considered armor piercing because their damage was recalculated because that buff ran out. So this, halberdiers, unfortunately we don't have a smith anywhere. Halberdiers may be a good choice for addressing these dudes. They've got things like Croxagores and more Croxagores and Feral Bastillodons and Colburn Riders and so on and so forth. They have a lot of shields too, and armor. And halberdiers are armor piercing. But we didn't build any of them. Instead, we have a boatload of Sartosan pirates who are weak against armor. Right? That's not great. And we have a bunch of swashbucklers who are actually great against armor. Not in melee so much, although not terrible. It's just that their missile damage is good. So hopefully, having 4 talky words, 4 swashbucklers there and 3 swashbucklers here is going to be enough. Everyone else is not anti-armor. These guys are not anti-armor. These guys are anti-armor. We only have 1 light cannons. Speaking of which, the plural of cannon is cannon. Look it up. Alright, next turn. It's time for battle. Have any other exciting decisions to make, do we? Maybe we do, since we have so much money. Oh, I can't. It's a ruse. It's a lie. It can't actually be unlocked. Oh well, that's okay. I looked at him earlier when I was doing prep for the thing. I started multiple games just to look at the various characters, and he kind of goes in that, like, Merchant Prince direction with a few more weird buffs that aren't quite so immediately applicable to being a legendary lord. But to be honest, I can't quite recall everything, so I don't want to say he was bad or amazing or anything. 50% to do raiding, that's insufficient. That's okay. We will just move over here. I'm not gonna build there. That's all we have to build. That's it. Okay. You are healing. That is just great news.
To battle.
Guess these coastals can heal.
Onwards.
So we've run the full circle around Ulthuan. If there's anyone who would like to trade with us,
So,
it's
Greetings.
not gonna be these guys
We may
still.
not be the Empire.
no, no!
Shockingly. Nice of the Flame.
Bow before the rightful lords of this land. Ask a peasant.
Also hate trading, apparently.
Honor before.
Deegan's
Bow before the
errantry
rightful lord.
Never!
will not trade with us. Although we get non-aggression, that
Bow
we may
before
as
the
well. I
rightful
don't really
lords,
care.
as you say.
I'm listening. Welcome
My
to our
anger.
paradise, honored
Some-
guest. A wise course.
Random zombies over there, but I don't like zombies anyway, so. Okay, that went well. We got an extra trade agreement with Nagareth. Yeah. They're producing some materials, but not an overabundance of them. Bet some great sword and stuff would have been a good choice
Yes,
here
my
as
lord.
well. That might be, well,
I will marshal
it'll be
the men.
alright. We'll figure something out.
We march!
Go ahead and move up a bit just for funsies so we can see what's going on.
Sigmar compels us!
Alright. The Cult of Excess was finally destroyed. Well done, Tyrion. Hey, why didn't you take my boat? You should have taken my boat. Boats are no risk. Oh well. I'm sure it would be more annoying to have people take boats than it would be rewarding to have them.
What does the Emperor bid?
5,000 money dollars. Alright, so are we gonna make contact, or is this guy gonna just be disbanded? No, he's not gonna be disbanded. He's gonna look for more. What's that? Distracted. Ah. Ooh, increases income from ports. You know who has ports? It's me. So he's just going to sail around the world looking
Yes,
for basically
a sound
fancy
plan.
things to make us money, which I think is in character for a bunch of adventuring criminals.
What does the Emperor bid?
So, and now we have our true test.
Step to it!
I'm hoping that
Raise
this
Sigmar
goes well.
to strengthen the Empire.
We'll declare war.
Ulrich's will!
I kind of just want to auto-resolve this. I don't like sieges very much. I find them frustrating to play. And I'm willing to just eat whatever damage that they're going to throw at me. Because basically I'd point my cannon at the door and hope. Because I don't have any siege equipment. Why do I have zombie siege equipment? Who cares? Boom. Alright, swordsman got eaten alive. Pikeman got eaten alive too. Could have been worse. Boom.
To the provinces.
I will take your... I will take your capital, good sir. And we're going to toss this building out the window. We're going to upgrade Hexawaddle. Occupied Hexawaddle. Interesting. That's producing money, which is excellent news. The recruitment cost for a free company is reduced. I don't think that's a thing we have. So, oh well.
Yes,
But
my
I can
lord.
go ahead and re-recruit.
It is for the best.
Some spearmen. I kind of want to. Can we recruit heroes anywhere yet? I'd like to see. Empire Captain. Well, that's neat. Discipline is better, but we'll wait. Alright, Skeggy's End. It's finally getting the big upgrade. And we can build that
I will marshal
recruitment
the
thing.
men.
You, sir, have a million things to get, but I'm thinking what we're going to get is this bonus leadership and melee defense and range damage to carry over to the other army we have. That will help them be much more potent. And then we can also pick up Stand Your Ground. Yeah, which is probably a good idea because we'll want to get that straight away as well. So, loop, adventures at best.
It is time.
Our caster guy leveled. Either more nets or Faw's protection. Or more burning gaze. Increases armor piercing damage. I'm bad at armors. Good against armor, good against large, good against single combatant. It's kind of like all my weaknesses. Perhaps I should snag this. What's the upgraded version cost to cast? Oh, only 8. What's the base version cost to cast? 6. I usually wouldn't bother with this because I want to head in this direction and get Arcane Conduit and stuff, but I'm thinking that Light Wizard is going to be very potent in certain situations. Several of which are going to be relevant very soon.
Moving off! This will bolster the nation.
And we need to pick a commandment. So we will pick buildings, characters, 19 total, military presence 5. Oh, characters, military presence 13 total, buildings 11, taxes, corruption, blah blah blah. Okay, I think that balances out nicely. So we are going to probably not worth doing trade. Might be worth doing tax rate. 40 public order is not bad. Let's take why is it already 112%? Oh, from the tollkeeper. So the 5% is actually going to be a bit less than that, at least while someone's here. Let's take this and just see what it does. Right, yeah, of course, that's going to be 5% of 2400 as opposed to 5% of, oh, okay, maybe not. Math. Dang, our public order is crushing it. And we have a boatload of money because we have only tier 1 units everywhere. I keep saying that, but clearly swashbucklers are not tier 1. And we're gonna get, what do you have, like 5 turns left before we can get the Conquistadors thingy. What is it called? The Conquistadors headquarters? In Skeggy, and then we can finally sort of do a little bit army shuffling and pick up at least a couple of cavalry units. What's it called? Conquistadors Beachhead, and then their expeditionary camp and a viceroyal hub. Glorious. Sounds so snobby. Or colonialist. One of the two. Let's see, we wanted to go ahead and do income boosts here. Right, there's nothing else here we really want to build. We don't care about these cruddy riders. As far as I can tell from text and stuff, it's not like those riders actually end up being amazing. Let's upgrade... Ah, you know what? Pahulax doesn't have a port. That means it can't build this. Ever. That's an interesting thought. Where are you? You're green, so we'll start with you. Anyone else? Nope. Okay, then it's off to war again.
The men.
Once we're done exploring. Let's start here. See, there we go. Income from all buildings, all regions. That seems like a thing that would apply to everyone.
Sigmar compels
I get
us.
it specified. Okay.
Minor comet.
What do they do? Training?
Praise Sigma.
I really like the Templar, like the warrior priests in vanilla, so that's probably what I'll go for.
What?
But I have to build the temples of Myrmidia, which are not
Now
something you can just build
to the provinces.
and acquire.
So, attack!
Complicated. Advanced thingies. Cities, settlements with lots of people. You can't just build a temple where there aren't many people. Gotta be lots of people. So I don't have any warrior priests, which is sad. Oh good, so we're gonna get ourselves a good old-fashioned pincer movement going on here, except they're probably gonna position all over here and it'll be a big party. You're gonna go in the middle, and we're gonna do something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that should give me this nice mirrored pattern where our armor piercing is somewhere in there. And these guys can be on the edges here, because we do have large enemies. Actually, they're not going to be that far on the edge, they're going to be a little bit inward. Come back here, both of you guys.
Sigma commands.
So I might get them to run in and push through when the swordsmen are somewhere. And you're just light wizard, you're just gonna hang out. If there's any big enemies, you may throw a big spell at them. King Chiefs are small, but Mazdamundi's big. Mazdamundi. What's the range on this? 250? It's not. Isn't there usually a little like display of how far you have to walk to do it? Yeah, don't actually walk out there. I just
Crossbows ready, General.
crossbows ready, General.
Ready to engage.
El Carajo, you got it, buddy. Do the thing. Do the thing. Alright, so those javelin cohorts are getting eaten alive, which is good news. Some of these spear cohorts are not going to be quite so eaten alive. Again, I might as well throw down a net. Oop. Right, so the guys don't actually get in there.
State troops ready. Formation march.
Might as well put our troops in. Just gonna group these guys and I'm gonna push them forward as best we can. The blessed chameleon skinks, that's fancy. You there. Go ahead and throw down your eyeball spells. If you can. I probably can't because of the line of sight. You got it? It's gonna work. Please don't wound.
No lingering.
Hold and try!
Light is might.
Thing.
Commands.
Fire!
Where's my cannon?
Vanish.
Weapons drawn!
Hammers ready.
Our weapons are yours!
At speed. Swordsmen.
So this guy's gonna pull back.
We are
Cav, we're gonna shoot things a little bit. Can you guys just
war!
move up?
At speed.
You can attack those guys, I can attack those guys, you can attack those guys. You need to come and hit these chameleon skinks.
Soldiers of the Empire. To battle.
You guys need to move up and do
Take the ground!
stuff.
Take the ground! No lingering! For the Warhammer!
Guess we might as well shoot those Saurus warriors in the back.
Crossbowmen!
You guys could move over here and get some side shots in.
For Heldenhammer!
Where did Master Mundi go? Wasn't I focus firing him? No idea where he went.
Yes, sir!
So some Saurus
No
units,
lingering!
shields.
Swordsman!
Let's put you guys all back here to open fire there.
In range!
What's going on here? This is the weirdest battle. I guess having tons of like pseudo-ranged units is
Crossbowmen!
not the easiest thing for the...
To battle!
Hey there, my cannons. Go and shoot that skink priest. I don't like him.
Ready for war!
What's going on over here?
Spearmen! Attack! Quick march! Swordsman! Spearmen! No lingering! Ready for war! For the Emperor! Swordsman! For the twin-tailed comet! Take a position! Prepare for combat!
That was I must admit, a strange battle.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Did you guys throw down a bunch of damage here, or how will this work? My Pistoliers ate apparently a
By
multitude
the Emperor's will!
of javelins, succeeded in not dying, which is nice. None of them will be wiped out. They have more than 25% units.
Swordsman!
See how it all turns out. It felt pretty decisive of victory, but it also felt a little bit out of control. Although I think that has something to do with the fact that Saurus warriors are really strong. And they all have shields, which means our sort of just general strategy is not it's not quite as potent. If you're coming in with all these shielded units, then it's just not, we're not dealing all the initial wave of damage. The only people who didn't have shields here were some of these local reinforcements, but the main line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units all had shields. We are going to take the War Banner, which significantly improves performance of a unit, both at weapon and ranged and everything. It's going to go on to our highest ranked swashbucklers. Yeah, I love banners. And we're going to take Chotek's Causeway. Oh good, I'm glad I remembered to sort of switch those things around. That's an excellent... Whoa, a lot of stuff. That's an excellent hat. Melee attack plus 8, weapon strength plus 6. What does El Cadavo has? Plus 6 and plus 6. Yeah, those are pretty good. So we'll leave them with those. The Light Wizard could pick up that apprenticed hedge guy, because there's no reason to put it on my main hero, and he can also pick up the Agitator. And that's it. Did we get a Rampager standard? We did. I guess I'll give that to Cavalry once we get around to having Cavalry. Chotek's Causeway means no leaving house. Ah, this is that province. I didn't realize that. Ah, the Shrine of Sotek hasn't even discovered. It must be down here. Okay, well, we're gonna head our remaining soldiers down to finish their sort of
On march!
in the
Let us move.
blitzkrieg, as it were. You are going to pick up Blade Shield, because I like the idea of melee defense. And then we get Scarred Veteran. Just the 1 point we need, I suppose. Yeah, most of melee defense is pretty big. Plus 15% hit points is pretty good too, but not initially. Okay, 4 moratoriums there before we can start upgrading or building our beachhead and then recruiting bodyguards and stuff. The smith, however, what does this allow us to recruit? Same stuff, it just improves recruitment capacity. Perhaps that's worthwhile building in one of these sub-provinces, although the only other thing we have going on here is this plus 8% income. And it's not like Skagi's End is going to be full, right? I mean, Skagi's End is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings, and then that's 7, and that's it. So, right, did I count right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll be okay. The only thing that it would do is it would expedite our ability to, 7 construction slots. It would expedite our ability to recruit those more potent greatsword infantry or halberdiers, which probably a good idea. I'm pretty sure
I only build
I wanted to look at your army, actually. Could I select you?
council's voice.
These guys have shields as well, but compared to compared to Source Warriors, these guys are pretty terrible. I'm not feeling quite as worried about engaging with the massive armies of the Skaven, because I think that the ranged units are going to be much more potent against them. The
Emperor bid.
Militiamen are just tough enemies. And when I get around to having a more robust economy, if that's something that ends up happening, in terms of a robust recruitment, how do I describe this? Having more robust recruitment options? If that's something that happens, then I can build an army or re-equip an army with halberdiers and great swords, which will
I will marshal
allow
the men.
me to be more effective against. Yes, good. Against the lizard men.
Onwards.
Bloop. Bloop, bloop.
Sigma.
Alright, we're gonna take
This will
Mako
bolster
Peaks.
the nation.
We're going to give our Rampager standard to someone. Doesn't really matter who. Although I suppose we can give our fire thing to this guy, and then a Rampager standard to El Cadavo. Look at this. Why is there... Oh, they have walls. Oh, pish posh, we'll fight it anyway. And they also have 2 Insecroxagores, which is pretty intense. See what we can do. What will we do? I guess we'll just batter down one of the gates with our cannon and hope that that's sufficient. Otherwise, it's just going to be an adventure in wall climbing. Put my cav over here just so they can probably just retreat them right at the beginning. There's no reason to keep them around. Massive wall of
By the Emperor's will.
pirates.
Men.
Bloop. Behind them
What do you
in order
mean?
to engage any Croxagores that come at us. Cannon is going to be over here. We can shoot at the gate. And then my own archers are just going to be back here. And Cadavo is, yeah, whatever. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, shoot that gate. Someone else can kind of
Battle.
wiggle around. What are you doing? Just shoot the gate, buddy.
Cannons, fire.
Oh boy. I'm hoping this is that bug where
Hammer. Go.
things don't work.
As one. March. It will be done.
thinking that's that bug where things don't work. Okay, so that means we need to take our skinks and stuff and get them
Climbing the wall, sir.
up the walls. Not our skinks. We need to get our. Oh my gosh!
March! Black powder blast!
No.
By
Why?
all that's wrong.
You guys are free to retreat. I don't care about you. Cannons, you're supposed to shoot. So we're gonna walk up these hills, climb up these ladders. These guys are gonna try to shoot some skinks because they have
Faster!
bows which can arc pleasantly.
Take
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you guys.
at speed!
And
Moving!
write letters.
Take
Oh.
the ground!
Can't go that far. Plus, I don't really remember my cursive very well.
Yes, sir! Quickly!
That's an F.
To
No,
battle!
that's an F. Yeah.
Quick march!
L
At speed!
A
No lingering!
I L
Go!
B
Yes, sir!
O
Quickly! Faster!
T.
Take position!
Flailbot. I did it. Okay, guys, keep fighting. Ignore the fact that I am totally distracted.
Fire! Fire!
You're doing great, team.
Ready
Go ahead
for
and
war.
go ahead and shoot the
Shoot them!
opponents
All ranks
that we're
fire!
encountering.
Fire! Fire! Swordsmen! Form a ring of steel! We are
Oh,
Sigmar's
ring of
heirs!
steel. Oh, good. We're shooting the gate.
Spearmen! Ready
You
for
guys
war!
want to just like hop down here,
To battle!
see what happens?
Swordsmen!
Empire marksman!
That's why crossbows are being so useless, because you can't really shoot out of walls very effectively now, can you? You guys can come down here too. Everyone can kind of just come downstairs. You
Crossbowmen!
guys can wait until the gate comes down.
Quick
Kadabra can do the same thing.
Swordsmen! Shoot them! By Ulrich's wrath! Now! Take position!
Go on, climb up there. You're doing fine. Phew! They hit it. This is by far the weirdest siege
By
battle
Ulrich's wrath!
I've ever had. Now these crossguards are holding strong. Okay,
No
move this way
lingering.
and then attack.
The Helden Hammer! My
Rowan.
Galmarez! Sigmar guides us! Hammers ready! We are Sigmar's heirs! Take position! Quicker! March!
Go faster, guys.
Spearmen!
It's our gate at 50%.
Our weapons are yours!
You guys just want to pull into the main
Moving now!
plaza.
At
I
speed!
think it'll work out. 50% damage there.
The Empire endures!
You guys did not position yourselves when I asked you to position yourselves,
To
did you?
battle! Go!
Hmm? Eh,
Quick march!
you
Swordsmen!
guys can
Take
just
the ground!
stand right there. There you go. And then, and for the shooting.
Shoot them!
There we go. There you go. Okay. Now back over here.
The Empire
These guys are dirty
endures!
fighting, so let's get them into melee. The gate is almost down. Oh, this unit
Standing
has
by!
been
Quick march!
severely damaged. It's been captured, as it were.
Withdraw!
Yeah, to withdraw is a good idea.
Missile troops!
Yeah, go ahead and hit those skinks if you can. There's no reason not to. Oh, that was brutal. How's that door coming along? Coming along pretty
Ready for
well.
war!
You guys want to come over here and help out? Good.
Armed and ready!
Gate, not yet. Almost.
Swordsman!
Alright, you go ahead and lay on attack.
Ready for war! To battle! Go! For the
Yes,
twin-tailed
move.
comet!
And why are you all so terrible at adjusting
At
your like
speed! Yes, sir! Quickly!
sizes and stuff?
By Ulrich's wrath!
Alright. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Sold. Kind of a. I don't know. I don't really like sieges. They feel so weird. It's like you tend to not take that. Like either you run in and your guys get massacred because you either have to climb ladders and then you have no vigor, or you whatever you get shot to death as you're approaching, or you run in there, you climb up the walls, or
Praise Sigma.
smash up the gate, or you do something, and then because the garrison tends to be smaller than what you've brought, as you naturally have a disadvantage, you overrun them. So in that case, we just kind of wandered up the walls and then overran them. It doesn't quite feel as strategic or compelling as the other types of battles, just because there's less room to maneuver, there's less room to do things. So, not the biggest fan of sieges, but I think that's
What does the
I
Emperor
think that's a
bid?
pretty common
Yes, my lord.
feeling.
This
I'm gonna
will
send you over
bolster
to the
nation.
Monument to the Sun
Who calls?
to settle it,
Yes, a sound
and then you
plan.
can kind of twiddle your thumbs.
It is for the best.
You, well, let's see. El Cadavo was gonna hang out for a moment. Regardless, I have been Flailbot, and this has been New World, New Problems episode. I think it was 5. I don't remember anymore. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys will watch the next episode of our little mini campaign. See you guys then.